Hello Kingslayers, my name is Carystaal and welcome to another episode of Cary's Rival Kingdoms Corner. So in this episode I wanted to take a first look at the new Chaos Ancient Nazu. But before I do, I just wanted to apologise to anyone who's subscribed to the channel. I'm really sorry that I actually stopped doing the videos a little while back. I think the last video I filmed was over a year ago. But the reason for that was because I had to quit the game in October of 2017. Basically, I've run my own business and I had to try and really get the business off the ground. I came back to the game in February 2018 and have been plodding along ever since. As you can see, it's taken a little while for my Stronghold to upgrade. Basically, you know, I was just doing one structure a week since February, and I've got to that point now where I've stopped. As you probably already know, we are very, very close to a defense sale. The last one was in February, but if you have a look here, we've got the current event of Istara's Rally. Let's go to see the progress and see how well we're doing. So here we are at the Istara's Rally community event, and so far we are at, where are we? Tier 16 with 3 million, nearly 4 million points, which is actually really good. Now, of course, what we want to do is we want to get ourselves to 6,300,000, which will then give us all the max upgrades available for our strongholds. So I've got 10 structures, including the stronghold, that need to be upgraded, and I have been banking the rings like a madman since the beginning of the year. The saving is going to actually be quite a lot. It's going to be quite huge. I think I worked it out to about 65,000 rings saved, which is actually fairly decent. So that's the state of play for me at the moment. So without further ado, let's have a look at the new Ancient Nazu. Where is he? He is in here. I got him earlier on. I haven't actually looked at him at all. So let's take a peek. So his 5 mana spell, Tidal Wave, deals 200 to 250 damage to all buildings in the area, and he does double damage to walls. His 10 mana spell, Appease the Sea. So one troop dies instantly, but in return nearby troops gain full health instantly and continue healing at this level 70 to 80 health a second for 12 seconds. His 15 mana spell is Vortex. The affected defenses take 480 to 512 damage over 8 seconds and deal 50% less damage for the rest of the battle. The Vortex deals double damage to the defense in its center. Let's take a look at enhancing him. So actually, first off, let's have a, now you have to remember, again, with Chaos Ancients you can only use Chaos Primus, which is actually a real bugbear of mine, because to me it doesn't actually make sense. You get, and that's why most of my Chaos Ancients, if you have, let's have a look, let's go back to Chaos. Like you can see, look, Nyan's at 1, Ravena's at 1, Taylor's at 1, because the Chaos Primus is such a rare currency. And to me it doesn't actually make any sense, primarily because you have such powerful ancients such as Elduri, Basque, Yalanati is still very, very strong. And the new ancient, well, not the new ancient, the ancient which I've been focusing on over the last few weeks, Aku, is absolutely insane. Primus for these ancients are readily available and they drop all the time, but for Chaos, it's like really like pulling teeth, which is one of the reasons why I haven't bothered really upgrading my Chaos Ancients at all, which is actually quite sad, because I'd like to use them more. But the fact is, the Chaos Primus, they're just virtually, you get so few of them and not often, that it doesn't make, you don't know at any given point which Chaos Ancient is going to be really, really viable It's the same like with all the ancients. Some of them are really, really good at low level and at high level. Some of them are absolutely, you just won't touch them. So that's why my view on the Chaos Primus is that it's something that should now just be put into the arena chests. Okay, let's push him to 30. Let's take him onto the field. Now, as you can see, my stronghold is outside, and my stronghold will continually be outside. If anybody comes across me in the arena, please feel free to attack the hell out of me. I will give you all my gold. It doesn't. The only time my stronghold is inside my walls is when we're in a kingdom raid. So stronghold being out, it means that my honor has dropped to 6,706. So let's go into the arena, and I'm going to go for a low. Let's go for an easy one. See how we do. Okay, so let's go for a battle now. Let's remind ourselves of his abilities. Let's switch Lyris out, and let's put Nazu on. So let's select him. So again, let's have a look. So I think personally, I'm not looking at his first spell initially. It's going to probably be spell 2. So one troop dies instantly, and in return, nearby troops gain full health instantly and continue healing for 14.16 seconds. What's spell 3 again? Affected. Oh right, the affected defense takes 1,003. Oh right, okay. Now it'd be interesting to see what the AOE of this third spell is. So let's just put Damaris down. This should be fighting a stronghold of this level is going to be really good, because it means we will win, but it's just working out what the viability of the spells are. So let's start dropping, and I will use my usual tactics of flanking. Let's sweep over, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop. Right, let's drop all the archers there. Now I'll do spell 2. Switch back. What's the AOE on this? Yeah, let's have a look. Let's drop that there. And again, this lasts for 14.6 seconds, so it's actually quite. It lasts for a fair while. Let's do drop spell 2 again. Okay. So one troop dies instantly, and in return, okay. Continue healing for 100. See, that's not too bad. Okay, we knew we were going to do this, and that's fine. So let's continue. So for anybody watching who's just got Nazu and is trying them out, always remember that the ancient. The amount of damage or the effectiveness of the ancient is always going to be dependent on the level of troops that you have. So if you have, like my troops that, currently stand, they're maxed at Stronghold 17. So I should be able to do a reasonable amount of damage. But what we want to see really. So I should go. Let's just go for an easy one as well. You want to go for one. We wanted to have a look at him at level 30 on a more challenging base. So let's have a look and see right now. Okay, so this stronghold is a stronghold 18, but with defenses of a stronghold 16. I'm not going to use any boosts because I just want to use him as is, just to see what he's like. So again, let's put Damaris. Whoops. Mana Hunters. Fish. Flank. I'm going to hang off on my archers until they breach the walls, and then I will sweep Damaris. Let's do this now. Put the archers, and let's do the healing spell 2. Okay, let's see, 14 seconds this will go for. Okay, right. Okay, and they're still healing. Okay, let's put the vortex down. Oops, no, let's not put the vortex down. Let's put the spell 2 again. So I will hold off. Okay, right. So again, and then we can put the vortex down as a finisher. Spell 2. So again, as with ancients like Aku, spell 2 seems to be the one that will be the most effective when cast the most times, if that makes sense. Oh, let's come out. Let's continue. Okay, so that was basically Stronghold 17 troops against a Stronghold 16 base. Let's have another look at an easy battle. Okie dokie, right, so we've got a Stronghold 17 with defences that are not fully maxed. You've still got some SH 16.5 defences there, but this is a good one to test the ancient, to test Nazu out. This base has spread its mana out, and with but because the spell tower is only 16.5, I might be able to get away with this one. Everything really kind of depends on whether the amount of mana you can get. They spread the big mana drops out, but I can get mana hunters in there, and let's swap him out. Okay, where are you, Nazu? Let's select you. So again, reminder of the spells. Spell 1 deals. Right, this deals double damage to walls. I may just drop one of these here, round about here, so that we can try and get the archers. Because what I tend to do when I'm attacking is I tend to drop Damaras just to try and build up a sweep. Then I'll drop the mana hunters and the water spirits. Then I'll drop the soldiers, and then what they will then do is they'll start splitting off and going for these defenses around the outside. And then once I've got a bit of a gap, then I'll put the archers down. The danger with that is that the water spirits, obviously providing the heal benefit, will start splitting off. Some of them will fly back to the archers, and so I may shoot myself in the foot with this one. Anyway, let's stop. Less talking, more action. Let's go. Mana hunters. Let's put those down, and then I will also put the soldiers down. So we're not using any of the spells at the moment. They will then start to split, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to deal. Let's just do this. Deal double damage to the walls. It says so. So I'm going to start. Let's do this. This is going to go horribly, horribly wrong. Put the heal on. No, see now, look, they just melted away. Melted away. You gotta laugh, didn't you? You gotta laugh. I don't even know what to do now. It's not going to help at all. So, no, that against this, well, that tactic was absolutely useless and it didn't work whatsoever. The spell was just not powerful enough to do anything. Yes, it done double damage to the walls, but it didn't do anything at all. Maybe it was just the way that I played it. Let's have another look. So, right, okay, so this one, I'm just going to come in from here. Everyone's going to pile into the middle. Some will split off. Actually, I might put a set of soldiers here so they can just split off, and I'll just let everyone else concentrate on the middle part here. We can build up a good amount of sweeping with Damaras here, because there's no actually. Yeah, he's got. Okay, let's just do this. I'm going to put Damaras there. Let's just speed that up. So I can snipe that. Now I should actually just be doing some damage. Go up here, come back. And then again, right, now let's do this. Set of soldiers there, everyone in the middle. Let's do some healing. Heal, 14 seconds. What are you going to do? Let's just sweep Damaris again. We've got nothing really that does damage apart from spell 3. But I'm looking for the double healing, the healing, so let's have a look. Are we ready? Yes. No? Can't. Not yet. Not yet. They're still healing, it would appear. Can we go over there yet? No, they're still healing. Let's do that again. Spell 2. And the finisher. Let's do that as well. So at level 30, it would appear that he's okay at let's have a look at this. So at level 30, he's okay for up to Stronghold 16. If you're a Stronghold 17, if you have Stronghold 17 troops, he can go up to Stronghold 16. Possibly very early Stronghold 17. But apart from that, I would say that it's interesting. Really, his second spell is the one that people are more than likely going to be focusing on. I can imagine that his third spell at higher level will be quite effective. Let's just have a look at him again. Let's have a look at the Chaos. Let's have a look at, where's he gone? Oh, there he is. Look, I missed out on Nazu because he dropped when I'd left. Okay, so yeah, I mean his at level 30 effective defenses take 1,343 to 1,432 damage, and that is over. Sorry, let me just do that again. A bit silly. That's over 8 seconds. So keep those figures in mind. But when you look at someone like Aku, his second spell. I mean, yeah. So his second spell, the effective buildings take 1,892 to 2,162. So I can imagine that the vortex, once it gets to higher level, will actually be quite good, because Aku's damage. Let me just put a stone. Let's just get a stone up. Let me just get a stone up. Let's just use one of those, and let's just pop into the arena. Aku's damage is absolutely mental. Anyone who does not have Aku in their spell towers, in my opinion, is shooting themselves in the foot, because he is insane. The way that he works is insane. I use him primarily on his spell 2. I don't use spell 3 at all. I use spell 1. So once spell 2 has kind of like taken effect, what I might do is, if there's a gap that's opened up, I'll drop spell 1. Let's just do this, because he is one of the most powerful ancients available, and I think because he was buffed recently. Nobody was using him before that, but he was buffed recently. So again, right, this is just insane. He's completely bananas. So I'm going to drop. Let's put Damaris there. What his damage does to wall is just mad. Right, let's just. He's going to kill that in a second. So let's just go there. And the disabling, I mean, it's 14 seconds is mad for disabling. Look at this. Look at this craziness. So he breaks up the walls, disables for 14 seconds. I mean, that's insane. Absolutely bonkers. It's just... I've got no words for Aku. He is my favourite ancient as of now. I use him now more. So I still use Yal. Yalinati is, again, she's absolutely fantastic. Lyris at level 70 with her astral gear is also very powerful. But Aku. Anyway, I digress. So yes, with Nazu, I think he is a viable ancient. He will be a lot more viable at higher level. As he stands now, you can probably get away with up to max Stronghold 16, possibly early 17, but probably no higher than that. As I said before, with Chaos Primus being such a rare currency, it's a real shame, because it kind of makes Chaos Ancients, you've got to kind of like really work out which of your Chaos Ancients you're going to upgrade. Because look at Abhorrence. I mean, nobody uses Abhorrence anymore because she's just not powerful enough to deal with the level, like with the level of Stronghold 18, especially at max. And I pushed her to 60. And as you saw before, my Chaos Primus was very, I didn't have much of it at all. In comparison to the amount of Primus that you have for other, for example, with the 10,000 drops, if you have a look here, so look, 300, right, so we're going to go for Fire, 311, Ice, 266, Lightning, 285, Nature, 309, Death, 261, and Pure, 309. Chaos, 6. In my opinion, the Chaos Ancients are not necessarily, yes, they're a good faction to have, but they're completely underused, because you can only get them up to a certain point, because the Primus drop so rarely. Whereas you can get any of the other Ancients up to a reasonable level, 50, 60, 40. Look, where are they again? So I've got 1, 2, 3 Chaos Ancients sitting at level 1, which is a real travesty. I'll be interested to find out. I'll be interested to hear what your thoughts are. Whether you think that Chaos Ancients are a rare breed, and whether they should be treated with, that kind of, the rare respect, if you want to term it that way. Or whether you feel the same way, that the Chaos Primus should be just dropping in arena chests, because unless you get those drops, you're just going to have them sitting dusty on the shelf, doing nothing. That's it, really, for this episode. Again, for all those who subscribed to me in the past, I do apologise for not uploading videos. As I said before, I had to focus on the business first. But I will be trying to upload videos at least weekly, showing gameplay, again, my opinions on the game, improvements, and so on and so forth. But if you have any comments and things that you'd like to see, whether you'd like to see gameplay from a specific ancient, or whether you would like to see something else, then just leave a comment in the section, in the appropriate place below, and we'll go from there. So take care of yourselves, and I will hope to catch you all again soon. Cheers, bye.